Okay, so safety part. Now let me talk a little bit about the last couple of days, the so-called day one event. So let's say day one was really the day of the official day of the acquisition, August 1st. Will be very easy for me to remember because that was the day when actually my son turned 18, so easy to remember. Since then, we had quite a number of day one events, which is really the official events at the different sites from incoming Bayer colleagues. In the first wave, 2,000 plus, and then in the second wave, when we close on the 16th of August, the closing of the vegetable acquisition, another 2,000. So total 4,500 employees. These events were really meant for the new incoming colleagues. And I know, or I've heard at least a couple of notions, so that this was not, so to speak, all inclusive, and maybe particular this group didn't feel included in this whole topic. But let's face it, we really wanted to welcome those people that have not been with BASF before. I have personally, and some of you already have heard that, used the last couple of days to get to know some of the new colleagues. So I was last week on Wednesday in Lübeck. This is the key breeding site for cotton. Then on Thursday I was in Memphis. There cotton and also soybean work goes on. I moved on Friday to Saskatoon in Canada. This is the key breeding station for canola, and they have also wheat breeding activities going on there. And then on Monday and Tuesday, I've been at the Innovation Center here in RTP and at the Tech 3 and met the colleagues there. So I had the chance to, in person, meet probably roughly 300 to 400 colleagues over the last couple of days. Now, my first impression, they are like us. They are like you. They're motivated. They like what they do. They're passionate about what they do. And I think this is very good. And we just have now to make sure that we bring this passion and motivation together. And this will be the goal of the discovery phase. And discovery means that we really get to know and understand how their organization works, what capabilities they have, and that we then make sure that we bring things together in one team. So this is basically the work, the idea of the whole discovery phase that is supposed to last, and we hopefully really can end this by the end of the year. Now there are certainly things that take a little bit longer, processes to get that together, but by and large we want to have that as quickly as possible. There is a significant and large team working on this discovery phase. Ron Kehler, actually right now in Saskatoon, should be on the line. Ron, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm there. Can you hear me as well?
Good morning in Saskatoon. So he's 2 hours ahead of us, 7 o'clock, 7:07. So thanks a lot for joining this early in the morning, Ron.
Yeah, thank you. Ron, and actually, I'm in Regina, not Saskatoon. I was here in Regina for we have a production plant here or a formulation plant, where most of the glufosinate for Canada and parts of the U.S. is made, and so we had a day one event here as well yesterday.
Okay, thanks a lot for joining. So Ron will lead these activities. Brigitte Westen, and she knows you very well, and since she actually worked for Bayer for a number of years, she also knows the other side very well, is the perfect person to lead this integration. And then we have a number of colleagues from Legacy Bayer and from BASF to basically work on a number of work streams. So these work streams will will really try to explore and bring these things over the next couple of months together. Now, just to finalize my words, as I said, I see very motivated and passionate people, and that matches, I think, what I've seen with you and experienced with you. I think the piece that I personally are really very optimistic about, and it's something the more I actually experience now, the more I cannot just have this idea, but the more I really get this inner feeling that it will be very, very good for us to finally actually have a seed outlet. I think the way we can now think about our projects and also projects that we will have in the future is, I already know this will dramatically change. So let me give you just a few examples. So let me start with canola. With the acquisition, we are the largest canola